yahoofinance.com.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is a Tuesday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew along with Grande and the Brown Man. By the way, is it me or over the last week and change have we had summer conditions in terms of weather in Southern California and, had the most perfect weather ever for the Super Bowl? And today, Tuesday morning, I woke up, it was gray, it was cold, it started raining. I went to take my dog out for a walk. I'm like, woo, it's cold out here. What happened? Ooh. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, but we went from 2 days ago, it was summer and 85 degrees. And earlier today, it was cold, gray, rainy, and gnarly outside. So I don't know how long this is supposed to last, but bring me back my summer weather, please.
No, I like this.
Yeah, this is up your alley, isn't it?
It's right up my alley, dude. I saw the forecast and I was like, rain? Oh, let me get out my all-weather Vans. I love it.
All right. Well, I want the summertime. I want the sunshine.
It was like 95 degrees in LA when we were there, dude. It was freaking, who wants that?
I do.
No.
I do.
Dude, I walked.
I second that. I want that.
I walked from the convention center to LA Live for lunch. I was like a bucket of sweat, man. Nobody wants that. It's too hot.
Yeah, no. I would prefer that than this outside because that leads to accidents, poor traffic, and it just kind of kills the day.
Yeah, I like the bright blue skies. I like the sunshine. I like the warmth.
Options.
Yeah.
The warmth gives you options.
I like to mix it up. It's like Valentine's Day yesterday, Brian. You're like, it's just one day. In San Diego, it's like 350 days are awesome. I'll take the 2 weeks of this. It's okay.
Boy, Browner's opinion yesterday on Valentine's Day and then his commentary thereafter. Let me tell you something. Later on in today's show, I am going to read to everybody the reactions that I receive about things on the show. And it's not just what Browner said about Valentine's Day yesterday. I had some guy yesterday going off on me about our whole Eric Weddle conversation, and I'll read that to you coming up. I mean, it amazes me, how people choose to communicate with me based on what they've heard on the radio or seen on the YouTube show, or even this woman last night sent me a bunch of direct messages on Facebook.
Yikes.
Facebook
healthy
DM.
Place.
Listen, I don't know, man. I'm still on Facebook, and as a result, when you're on
a great place
Facebook,
for open and fair dialogue.
well, people will get at you with messaging. You understand?
They still call Facebook?
I don't know. Is
That
it
was
not called
Metaverse.
Well, I think Meta is the parent company now of Facebook. I think that's the name of the parent company. But regardless, I'm on Facebook, and if you and I are friends on Facebook, then you can send me a message. Okay?
DMs are open?
Yeah. And so I got this message last night from a woman going off on Browner. I got a message from a dude yesterday. And by the way, that was all because of your Valentine's Day commentary.
Which part? The first part or the second part?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to read it to you, and then we can determine which part she was upset about. Then I had some dude yesterday, I promise you, going off on me about Eric Weddle and my opinion of Weddle when he played for the Chargers versus my opinion of Weddle today, and how dare I have a change of opinion based on the circumstances. So coming up a little bit later on, for those of you that send me communication, just know that at times that could turn out to be on-air content, because today I got to read to you some of what I receive by Facebook Messenger. It is.
I just went on Facebook to see. Yeah, there's some things. I'll leave it at that.
Really?
Yeah. Anytime I post any Charger thing, like a video clip, that's where, for whatever reason, that is where some people, like the Charger lovers, really live there. Like really like on a level way higher than Twitter. And maybe it's because I haven't muted anybody, over here. But yeah, that's always fun.
All right. Well, I'll get to it coming up a little bit later on. In the interim, let me just remind everybody, we broadcast from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Blackjack, poker, table games on one side, Sammy's Restaurant and Bar on the other side, all in a smoke-free environment in just 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. If you love table games, if you love great food and a nice stiff drink, come on down to 7 Mile Casino. You're going to have a great time. Okay, fellas, I think of Tuesday today, and I also think of this week as the aftermath, the hangover of the Super Bowl, because then I always feel like the Monday of the following week, you're kind of realizing life has kind of settled in. There's no more football. For those of you that are like me and you spend your Sundays watching football games, whether it's your particular team or you love the red zone or you like to gamble on football, football season is now officially in the books. So we've got the few days thereafter, though, that creates the post-game / postseason analysis. So I'm going to start off with a couple of storylines that seem to be talking points. And I'll start off with this one. So Sean McVay, youngest coach in the history of the NFL to win a Super Bowl, 36 years old. Now, and I'm going to put this in quotes, non-committal about his future of coaching the Rams. Now, I would ask you guys this. If you had to put money down right now on whether or not Sean McVay will be the coach of the Rams next season, what would you do, Alex?
I'm so glad you asked it that way. If I had to put money down, would he be the coach of the Rams next year?
Yeah.
I'll answer it this way. If Kroenke puts money down, McVay will be the coach next season.
Mm-hmm.
Who was his guy that brought him up? I don't know what the right word is. It was Gruden. What was Gruden getting paid? $10 million a year?
Yeah.
Kroenke better pony up.
Browner, you think Sean McVay is going anywhere? I mean, you're 36 years old. You just won your first Super Bowl. They've given you everything you wanted as a coach, and they gave you the quarterback you said you wanted. They added the wide receiver that you said you had to have in the middle of the year. You got a guy who just had the greatest season that any NFL receiver's ever had. I just look at Sean McVay as a football junkie, and I just can't see a 36-year-old guy saying, yeah, you know what? I just won my first Super Bowl. I think I'm done. What do you think?
I'm tired of this. Kyler Murray's doing this too. Sean McVay, what are you doing, bro? If I had to bet a dollar amount on whether or not he coaches the Rams next year, to specifically answer your question, I would give every single penny that I had on the odds of him coaching again next season for the Los Angeles Rams. This is so stupid. This is very dumb. Stan Kroenke has all the money in the world. And also, coaches' salaries don't count against the salary cap. So if he wants $10 million a year, that ain't nothing to Stan Kroenke. You can get that. There's a way to do business, and then there's a way not to do business. The way this guy is going about it, like, I don't know. The way Kyler Murray's going about it, I don't. They haven't shown me the proper amount of respect. Man, shut up. Just be patient. They gonna pay you. You gonna get paid, Sean McVay, and you know that. So what's
Sometimes
all this?
You gotta
about?
accelerate the process.
So wait,
so we all.
But wait, so are you saying? Because I think I hear what you're saying, and I think we're going to agree on this, that McVay's not really planning on going anywhere.
Right.
It's just that he's non-committal because if he's making $8 million a year, but Bill Belichick's making $18 million a year, and Gruden was making $10 million a year, and you want my long-term commitment. Well, $8 million is great. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of money. But where I stand now in the coaching pecking order in the NFL, I'm now one of the top guys. So I want to be paid like one of the top guys. You're saying that McVay is not committing to coaching the Rams going forward because what he's doing is he's putting it out there for the public and for the ownership to go, we can't let him go. We got to pay this guy. This is a negotiation ploy. Is that what you're saying?
It's a bad one, but yeah, it's a bad one because I'd give him $13 million a year. If I'm Stan Kroenke, I'll give you $13 million. You got a Super Bowl. You got your hat handed to you by Bill Belichick in the other one. So that 18 ain't happening, Playboy. Well, he's also the GM over there.
I also wouldn't put it past the fact that the reports are 100% true. I think that Sean McVay is one of the few coaches in the NFL that's also marketable. Like, you'd actually market the head coach, which is very rare. I think Sean McVay can get Tony Romo money
Yes.
in broadcasting.
Yeah, but wait.
So I think it's a very real thing.
But that's a really good point. Hold on. You're bringing up something interesting. So there were all these rumors that television networks were going to come after Sean McVay. He's young, he's good looking, he's energetic. Man, can he talk the game of football? All these things. Could Sean McVay be the next Tony Romo, like instant superstar of television football analysis? If you're a network and you say, yes, he can be, then okay. Sean McVay says to ESPN, you want me in the Monday Night Football booth? I'm making $8 million right now coaching. Tony Romo makes $17 million a year playing football analyst. If you want me to leave the sidelines and come to your broadcast, I have to be making more than Tony Romo. So if I'm Sean McVay, I'm looking at Stan Kroenke saying, you know, Stan, I can leave the stress of coaching and make twice as much by being on television. Mm-hmm. So then Stan Kroenke says, okay, well, let's look at this. Tony Romo makes $17 million. Bill Belichick, I think, makes 17 or 18 million, whatever the number is.
Oh, this is I don't know how accurate this is, but this is now multiple. I've been looking it up. Mm-hmm. There's now multiple lists have the same number.
Okay.
Belichick's number one at 12.5.
Okay.
Pete Carroll 11, Sean Payton 9.8, Harbaugh 9, Matt Rule and Sean McVay 8.5.
Okay.
That's multiple.
So he's already in the top 5 in pay. So I'd give him $11 million. I'd make him second to Belichick. I don't have a problem with that.
But again, I'm throwing this out there because I don't see 36-year-old winning his first Super Bowl, Sean McVay, going into retirement. But on the other hand, if you're telling me that Belichick's the highest paid coach at 12 plus million, and they won't pay me what Belichick's getting paid, but they'll pay me 11 million, which is great money. Obviously, I mean, do anything for 11 million. Give me that for 1 year. I'm set for life. But 11 million, but Tony Romo makes 17 million in TV.
Right. How much Drew Brees get
from NBC?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because I don't know if you're able to come in and be like, give me Romo money. Because you're not sure if you're good yet. But I think that you can come in and be like, give me Brees money.
Yeah, but the leverage that he has is, well, I'm not going to leave the sideline. If you want to pull me from the sideline, I got to be paid Romo money. And then the network has to take the bet.
If I'm Stan Kroenke, look, bro, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. This ain't really going to be that kind of negotiation. I'll give you $11.5 million to come coach the team. I'll put some sweeteners in there. Every year you win the Super Bowl, I'll add $1 million to your contract. So if you come back to me in 5 years with 2 or 3 more Super Bowls, there you go. The money's already in there. We'll just roll that contract over with the same stipulations. But I'm not going to go back. If Fox wants to give you $17 million, all right, man, go ahead. I'm going to find another coach. Because here's the thing. There are a lot of other people coaching football, man. Yeah, you're great. But this building that I got and what I've shown people around the league, what I will do and what I will give up to make sure that this team is a contender with Les Snead as my GM, you ain't going to get it sweeter than this. You ain't. So go ahead. Go coach. Sometimes go call games.
Sometimes sweeter. I mean, we've seen coaches leave to the broadcast and never come back. And then we've seen it the other way where they do come back.
All those are old men. Those are all old men.
I know, but
the young man we talking about.
I read his quotes and I saw the press conference and he said, I ain't doing this till I'm 60. Like, there's no way I'm doing this till I'm 60.
I'm not gonna be that. He's 37.
Right, but he's a high.
Bill Belichick been a head coach for 40 years.
But there's a difference. I've been thinking about this. There's a difference. Here's a young guy, McVay, who's not married, who's apparently getting married this summer, who says he wants to start a family. Well, Belichick, by the time he became a head coach, he already had kids. He already was married, like he'd established his family as he was coming up as an assistant coach. McVay doesn't have that yet. So to start having babies while all your energy is going into being a head coach, it's tough.
That sounds like a good idea. The second he has those kids, he can't wait to get out the house to coach some old football, man. This guy is a football coach. This idea that, I want to start a family. Bro, get out of here with that. You want to coach football, period.
Well, the other part is you can do both. I'm not saying it wouldn't be hard. but you can do both. Let's hear some
Also,
of
we gotta okay, real quick though.
Yeah.
We gotta remember, okay, like players, like we're talking about mental health with all these superstars and all this stuff. This is a millennial we're talking about. Hard work until you're 60 is not really something that we want to do.
But he's not gonna work till he's 60.
But let me tell you, I think that when you're seeing guys in their young 30s, he's been a head coach for 6 years already. When we're seeing young dudes, it's way different than hiring a 55-year-old for the first time. You're talking about a 36-year-old dude who's a very famous person in Los Angeles. That lifestyle is addicting, and the millennial life is addicting. We have a lazy fabric in our bone. I can tell you that, Browner. You're not a millennial like me. You're a little older. You're midlife. I'm telling you guys. It's different, dude.
Oh, dude, I agree with you that it's different.
Man.
Listen, I talked to people. I was at a this is just one example, but I was at a coffee shop in Del Mar.
Look at you, trendy man.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was going to a coffee shop. I don't ever drink coffee outside of my house, but it just so happens that I happen to be on the streets and somebody said, "Hey, I really want a cup of coffee," and the Starbucks was closed. Which I guess is like a thing happening now where Starbucks can't find enough employees. So stores are, I don't know. They're
Lots
just
of places.
Okay.
Yeah,
So anyway,
that's the only one.
all right. So let me tell you a story. So we walk into this place and there's this woman and she's making like, these gourmet coffees, right? And it's taken forever to get these coffees. And the woman is a little bit older than me. She's probably in her like, late 50s, early 60s. And we said to her, we're like, "Are you by yourself?" She's like, "I have all these young children who are working here, and none of them know how to do anything. They're all a bunch of lazy little kids. You got to tell them every last thing to do." Like she was complaining about the young kids who are working in the place. And Grande, I think you're right. Like, and I've not thought about it from this perspective. Maybe Sean McVay is thinking to himself, "Look, I've been making $8 million a year for the last couple of years. I got 40 or 50 million bucks. I mean, that's probably an exaggeration, but I got 30 million bucks in the bank. I could work NFL games on Sunday. I can show up in town on Friday or Saturday, call the game on Sunday and be home by Monday morning. And I could live a great life because money's not the issue anymore.
Right.
I'm not working for money."
I think that is a legit thing. Like we're discussing it as if he wants to continue to be a head coach for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Well, I'm telling you, I think it's a possibility to be like, "Bro, I got this money in the bank. I got a hot ass wife. I'm about to make some babies. I'm going to work 3 days a week. And then it's not going to be 52 weeks out of the year. It's going to be like 20 weeks out of the year. And I'm going to like live my life this way." Why is it so hard to comprehend?
Because
it's hard for me to comprehend too.
It's really not, man.
But he's a football addict. He's a football addict.
That's okay.
Okay.
Let me explain something.
That is what we think of him.
Yes, that's right. That's what we think.
That's what we think of him.
Let me explain something.
Go ahead.
Sean McVay got that hot wife coaching football. Sean McVay got famous in Los Angeles coaching football. Remove that from the title. People will treat you differently. You won a Super Bowl in the city where they win all the time.
But he's not going to leave the spotlight. I'm not telling you he's going to go into retirement and be a normal citizen in Los Angeles.
If you become a play-by-play announcer, you ain't got that same level of fame. You ain't got that same pull.
But I'm not telling you he's trying to be a celebrity, a famous celebrity. I'm telling you that he's got that life already. Like, it doesn't matter if you're on TV or not. Sean McVay is Sean McVay. He's 36 years old.
But hold on. But Troy Aikman is a monster superstar as a 3-time Super Bowl champion quarterback and as the #1 analyst on Fox. Tony Romo is a monster superstar making $17 million a year with no Super Bowls. And just because he's a famous television personality now, if Sean McVay left the sidelines at 36 years old to go become a top-level football analyst, not only will he make a fortune and work a whole lot less and have so much less stress in his life, but he also will continue to be ultra famous and maybe even, frankly, more famous. I mean, John Gruden was more famous, I think, as a TV personality and as a commercial pitchman than he was necessarily as a football coach.
But the 3 people you just mentioned had been in the public stream, visible for 15 to 20 years. Troy Aikman had a really long, successful football career. Tony Romo played on the most popular team in American sports for a decade, then went over to broadcasting. John Gruden had 2 decades of coaching and then had an unbelievable television career. Sean McVay, in comparison to those 3 people, has been in the public spotlight for a blink of an eye compared to those 3 people.
Yeah,
maybe you don't want it no more.
That's what Grande is trying to get at, is that guys like me and you, guys who are addicted to work and workaholics, we can't even get into this mindset. But
you guys don't even like take a day off.
I know,
I'm telling you, like, I'm coming at it from a very different perspective than you two. I'm telling you that a 36-year-old guy with $30 million in the bank is not concerned about working for whoever. I'm telling you that it's a very real possibility. You can just be like, I'm good.
All right, hold the thought. We'll keep going because there's a lot more to it, I think, than just this. And I'd like to hear from Sean McVay. Hey, before we hit the break, though, I finally got him. I got my Manscaped underpants. Yo, I'm promising you this, okay? These are the best underwear you're ever going to wear. The Manscaped underwear. Now, look, we want you to buy the 4.0 package. Use our promo code GreatFriends. Save 20%. Get free shipping. But if you want something in addition to, or you don't need the whole 4.0 package, or you're already a Manscaped, you already have the 4.0 package, check out these underwear. I just got 2 3-packs. They're amazing. Manscaped. Use our promo code GreatFriends. Save 20% and get free shipping. More on this McVay story.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
The Rich Eisen Show airs Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. An engaging blend of insightful football expertise with an offbeat mix of humor and pop culture while continuing to attract the most recognizable names in sports and entertainment. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
It doesn't matter what your background is and where you come from. If you have dreams and you have goals, and that's all that really matters.
I owe a lot to Charlie.
When you black, it's not a movement, it's a lifestyle. This is who we are.
The Rising, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone. We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Main streets are the heart of our communities, where we connect with our neighbors, support local businesses, and share new adventures. Main Street Living celebrates all of this, bringing you uplifting stories with guests from across the country and your community. Main Street Living covers what's important to you today, from our street to your street. Join Cheryl, Danielle, and Quincy for Main Street Living. Mondays at 9 on Your View.
I founded Driveway Auction after working in the automotive industry, becoming a dealer and questioning the process that puts consumers at a huge disadvantage when selling their cars.
The big difference between Driveway and the other services is that Driveway works for you. If you've ever tried to sell a car, you know that it's an awful process that makes you either go and meet strangers in parking lots to take test drives or sit at the dealership for hours and hours while they wear you down. Driveway eliminated all of that.
With Driveway Auction, we come to you, so we complete the 40-point vehicle inspection from the comfort and convenience of your own driveway.
We send an independent third-party inspector to take measurements of the car, take pictures of it, evaluate the condition.
But we use that information to advocate for you, using our network of buyers to compete. And when they compete, you win.
They take over the whole process, and you don't have to do anything.
Our clients get more money and a better process with Driveway.
Everybody at Driveway made me feel so comfortable during the whole process. It was a great experience.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, if you're going out looking for a pre-approval, to buy a new home, meet with the realtor. We would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
We are very proud to announce that the Mightier 1090 is SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate. Introducing the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. One of the largest radio stations in North America just got bigger and better. Joining forces with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida.
Well, the holidays are well behind us.
And unfortunately, I'm still carrying those Christmas cookies, Vanessa.
That means it's time for this team to get in shape on the next Su Vida.
Yeah, you should have made me those tamales.
Watch Su Vida, Sunday night at 7 on YourView and YourView.com.
When doors open for kids, they change lives. For over 75 years, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater San Diego has been opening its doors to provide a safe place for kids whenever they are out of school. A place with caring mentors and opportunities to focus on academic success, healthy lifestyles, and character building. At the club, we do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid that walks through our doors by inspiring, empowering, and changing lives.
We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on YourView is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State women's basketball fell to UNLV 76-67 on Saturday. SDSU trailed for most of the game, but were able to keep things close and take the lead in the third before UNLV opened the game back up and took control for the remainder of the contest. Sophia Ramos had 18 points and 6 rebounds. It was Ramos's 100th career game, and she scored in double digits for the 81st time. Mallory Adams had 14 points and 8 rebounds, while Kim Villalobos had 8 points on 4 for 5 shooting. The Aztecs shot 44% from the field in the game, but in the fourth quarter shot only 29%. A highlight, SDSU scored a season-high 42 points in the paint. SDSU will next take on San Jose State on Wednesday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by YourView.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at homefinance.com.
My intention is to box to win a clean fight.
Convicted for draft evasion, threatened with imprisonment, Muhammad Ali is banned from fighting in all 50 states. But in Atlanta, Georgia, in October of 1970, that all changed. Matched against the top contender for the boxing crown, the greatest is back.
Ali's comeback, proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the Mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends, what's happening? It is a Tuesday afternoon here on Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, broadcasting on the airwaves of ESPN 1090 throughout Southern California. On the stream of YouTube, which, by the way, we had a great crowd yesterday in our YouTube chat. So if you want to come on and get involved, if you're a radio listener right now, wherever you're going, you get done, you get out of your car, turn us on YouTube, get involved in the live chat. For those of you that catch up to us on television tonight between 7 and 8 on Channel 4 San Diego, our home base, part of the Cox Yourview Network, I'll always be looking for your feedback because wait till later in the show when I start to read to you some of the comments that I've been getting about the show and about the content of the show. One dude yesterday reamed my ass. A lady destroyed Browner yesterday. I mean, it is just.
I don't know nobody destroy me until I hear it, because I destroy back.
Yeah.
So I hope we get to share this woman's name.
Well, why would we share her name? What is that? Why is that important?
Because if she out there trying to blow me up on the interboxes, then if you're gonna type that, then people should be able to say your name.
Yeah, it's not really urgent what her name is. Just her opinion is what she just was all over you, Browner. So I'll read these.
Opinion also probably not urgent.
I probably didn't return a call.
No, I don't think it was you not returning her call.
No. I probably ghosted her. My bad.
No, I don't think that was the case.
One of Browner's randoms coming back.
I don't think that was the problem, Browner. I don't think.
I don't think about a random man. They always randomly come back.
Nah, this woman. I don't think you would have been dating this woman.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, no one said anything about dating.
Well, or even hanging with this woman.
I don't know, man. What did Browner do?
Yikes.
I don't know.
Browner has a
predictable dog.
Browner has a particular type. I understand, and this
female.
Nah. He likes a certain shade.
That is false, my friend.
Is that right?
That is false.
Really?
That is false. That is wildly false, sir.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would say there's only one particular type of female that I would not date.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'm don't even really want to know the answer to what that is because it's just gonna it's just gonna flood my inbox with people.
Senior.
Right?
Senior females.
Right.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
All right,
I'll tell you, but I don't want you to.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with all that today. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios here on a Tuesday afternoon. If you're just getting with us, we have been talking about Sean McVay and this. I don't know if I want to call it like a threat, but just the questioning of whether or not he plans to return as coach of the Rams, and McVay not exactly. Again, I perceive Sean McVay as a total football junkie. When I look at a guy like Bill Belichick, and how old is Belichick now? I mean, he's got to be what, like pushing 70, I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. But you look at a guy like Bill Belichick and you go, that guy,
69.
Okay, he cannot give up coaching football. And if I said to you, who's more likely to retire, Bill Belichick or Sean McVay? I know my natural reaction will be, well, Belichick's 69. Belichick has made a fortune. Belichick is known as the greatest coach of all time. Belichick has got probably, well over, I'm going to take a guess, well over $100 million of net worth. Like at 69 years old, like go enjoy your life. But what he enjoys and what he's passionate about, what drives him and makes him, get up out of bed every morning is coaching football, is winning games, is pursuing a championship. And I suspect that if you're Bill Belichick and you saw Tom Brady go to Tampa Bay and win, and you haven't won since Brady retired, it's only been 2 seasons, that you still want to prove to the world that you can win without Brady because Brady proved that he could win without you. So my natural inclination is to think that if Belichick and McVay were both contemplating retirement, one guy's 69 and one guy's 36, the older guy with all the money and all the championships is more likely to head out the door first. But Alex, you've brought up some interesting thoughts here today, which is McVay's 36. He's made a lot of money already. He's ultra famous. He has a television career where he can make a fortune waiting for him should he choose to do that. If he wants to get married and start a family, as a millennial kind of guy, maybe he's not consumed with how much money he can make because he's already made a bunch. Or maybe he's not consumed with winning more Super Bowls. I find that hard to believe because I think of him as a football junkie. But you've definitely given me something to think about today.
I just think just because we are able to work hard and we could put in the hours and we could be successful being such a hard worker doesn't mean we want to keep doing it. That's kind of what I'm getting at. It's like, yes, he's a hard worker. He's a football guy. You can remember every play from 4 years ago. He's obviously been successful, 2 Super Bowls in 6 years with the Rams. He's, created this coaching tree of success. He's been all this. Just because you're able to work so hard doesn't mean you want to keep working so hard. It's kind of my point.
Yeah.
Having success and your work ethic equaling success is great, but sometimes you don't want to work so hard just because you're able to have that work ethic.
Yeah. Listen, I get it, but I'm also 50-ish, I would love to work less and make more. I would love to not have to do, 3 jobs a day. But I'm also 50 something. He's 36. When I was 36, all I wanted to do was work. Listen, it's kind of the way it is now. All I want to do is work. But it's not because like first of all, I love what we do. That's number one, but it's also, I got kids, they're in college. I got to make money. I'm still motivated by the need to make money. Sean McVay may not be motivated by the need to make money because he's single, hasn't been married, has no children, and has been making $8 million a year for the last however many years. And he probably got a full bank account with a ton of cash in it. I don't know. You've opened my eyes a little bit. I thought this Sean McVay retirement talk was ridiculous and nonsensical.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is. But
I still think he coaches next season. I think Kroenke throws.
It's not about the money. See, this is just my belief about Sean McVay that you two may not agree with. I don't think coaching football was ever about the money for him because he coached a long time and made no money. Like a coach like Sean McVay, a guy who did not play at a high level in the NFL, a guy who was not well known, a guy who worked his way up, who's a genius. Not a genius. Genius is heavy, but he's a very astute football mind, and that you cannot turn off.
Well,
you cannot
the other thing is
being that
right, but he's also a lifer because remember, he didn't just like, hey, I like football, I'm going to play high school football. Hey, I would love to play college football, but I'm not good enough to play at USC, so I'm going to play at this small school. I think he played at Dayton. Is that right? Did he play at Dayton, where Gruden was from? Also, Dayton, man, I'll tell you that right now, Dayton, Ohio.
Isn't every coach from Dayton or John Carroll?
Kind of, yeah.
One of the two.
So it's not like Sean McVay was like, I like football, I'm going to play high school ball. Gosh, I really love football, I want to play college ball. Man, I'm not good enough to play in the NFL, but I'd like to coach it. This is a guy who his grandfather was, one of the early pioneers of NFL football. And again, he's been in it his whole life. And he started coaching at a very young age. But at 36 years old, with a Super Bowl championship and a bank account filled with money and an opportunity to go work in television where he could probably make more money than he is even coaching, believe it or not. I'm just saying that I never thought of it.
I also think that the idea of not wanting to do it again, people cannot comprehend that. And I can. Like, I've reached the pinnacle. I've proven that I am a great coach, maybe one of the best in the league. I've won my Super Bowl, and people have a very difficult time when people don't say, let's do it again. Let's go get more. People have a hard time thinking that because we're so wired into hearing Kobe say, another one, LeBron, not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're hearing all these people saying repeat, repeat, repeat. Ain't no one on the Rams said that. Not one player has said that so far yet. I'm telling you, it's a different mentality with a different generation. It's not necessarily about doing it 10 times and becoming the world champion anymore. And I know you guys don't get it because you're looking at me like
I don't get it.
Crazy stuff.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Those people who believe like that, I got some news for y'all. Be happy in your life. Do things that inspire you. But whatever you leave, we'll keep going. Like when if Sean McVay doesn't want to coach anymore, they'll just hire another coach and they'll keep going forward. And as cool as you were with Stan Kroenke, you won't be as cool as you were before. As cool as you thought you were at the coffee shop on the corner, you won't be anymore.
I don't know though, but you see
that's like assuming that he wants to be cool. Like I'm not trying to argue with you because I think that's your
I'm not
opinion.
arguing either.
I'm just saying like
making
my opinion is like I see it, like I genuinely see it. Like it's not that hard to understand why someone would walk away from this.
I'm making
the same thing with Aaron Donald. We talked about a lot this with Aaron Donald yesterday. If he retires after 8 years after finishing on top, I get it. Cool, dude.
Yeah.
You put the work in. Go do something else now.
The body of the way that Aaron Donald would have gotten to his point of retirement is the toll that it has taken to play the position that he plays on the field. If Sean McVay has that same mental exhaustion, that's understandable, and he may have voiced that to those around him.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, to the people who think that you're still gonna be cool when you don't do the thing anymore that made you cool, I got bad news for you. You're not going to be. You're not. So
yeah, but
if you got enough money, you want to start a family, knock yourself out. Go ahead. You'll be the dude who used to coach football that lives on the street up from somebody else.
Yeah. Well, he also might be the dude who used to coach football, who then decided to go into television, where he works less, has much less stress, makes a lot more money, and actually, believe it or not, becomes more famous as a television personality because he's not just one guy on a sideline every weekend. He's at every game. He's moving all around. His voice, his personality, his face, he's all plastered all over TV. He's like John Gruden and Tony Romo, where he's got TV commercials, which he already has right now. I never considered that McVay would really contemplate retirement. But Alex, I'm a open-minded, flexible person, and you have made some really persuasive points today.
I would say this.
And really the main point is young people are lazy.
Yeah. Well, I would say this. I don't think Sean McVay is retiring from anything. I think Sean McVay is either the head coach of the Rams next year or in a broadcast booth.
Yeah. Well, let's listen. Let's take a listen to what McVay said so that we can, we've got a whole bunch of opinions, but at least let's listen.
Well, here's the quote because the video is not really about this.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see. It
says, quote, "We'll see." He was asked about his future. You're going to be the coach. He was directly asked by the LA Times via text, "Will you be the head coach of the Rams next season?" He said, "We'll see. I'm just enjoying this moment right now. I'm really happy to be part of this. Happy for that."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yesterday, the Rams.
Good luck talking like that in the booth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yesterday, they did a press conference early in the morning.
Yeah.
And if you guys remember the clip with Chris Rose yesterday, he's like, "Yeah, I'm not going to remember any of the partying tonight." Like he was going to go get blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Rams PR told him, "You're just going to come in, take a picture with Goodell, answer like 3 or 4 questions, and then you'll be gone." I watched the press conference. Solid 15 minutes, way more than 3 questions. Here's what he had to say.
People on both ends, the way he handled it and getting to know Matthew, you just realize, he's one of the few people that could ever pull that off, but really grateful that we were able to get connected.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, 3 questions, my ass.
I love how he uses the word grateful all the time. I'm just really grateful for Matthew, our coaching staff, this whole team. I'm just really grateful for these guys. I mean, he says that over and over, that and all 3 phases. All 3 phases, we're really good in all 3 phases, and I'm really grateful for the 3rd phase of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
More
he did sound that raspy.
I'm working on y'all think everybody's going to be a big TV star, or you guys think Sean Payton's going to be
hold on.
I'm not saying
star. Hold on.
No,
Browner. None of us are
you guys
saying
think
that.
Drew Brees is going to be this big TV star?
No, but hold
We've
on.
Never said that.
Hold on.
I never said that. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, be better. Do better. No, you got it wrong.
Never
bro.
ever said that.
Dude, you got it wrong. Where you got it wrong is it's not us. It's not me and Alex. It's not people watching and listening. It's the TV executives, dude. When they got Romo into the number 1 booth with CBS, Romo could have kept on playing, but he wasn't going to be the starter for the Cowboys anymore. So it was like, do I go play ball and be a backup, which I don't really want to be, or do I get to be the starter with Jim Nantz in CBS and make as much money as I was making as a player? And then 2 or 3 years later, when Romo was becoming one of the true stars of sports analysis, and then he gets this $17 million contract, that has the other networks scrambling. We got to find the next Romo. So they assumed Breeze was going to be the next guy, Super Bowl champion, one of the most likable guys, clean cut and good looking, family man. They thought Breeze would be one of those guys. So Breeze had the choice. Can I go back and play? Which he still could have, although people talk about his arm strength and how different he looked. He could have gone back and played. I mean, the Saints were so desperate this year, they tried to get him to play on a Monday Night Football game in the middle of the season. But the TV networks now, it's a vogue move to see if we can get somebody who could still go back and coach or play. Could we inspire them to come broadcast? And to your point, Browner, they think that they've got the next star, but they don't really know.
No one knows. And that's what we said about Sean Payton. And we actually said that about Drew Brees. It's like, how do you take such a large financial gamble when you just don't know? Like, you can have a personality and you can talk about these production meetings before games, but put a headset and a microphone in front of somebody and it's a whole different ballgame.
I know, because like people will tell me all the time, who could be a big TV star if he wanted to be? I'm like, who's that?
Uh-oh.
And my dog. I see my
Uh-oh.
dog just came running in here. My poor dog, dude. Because if anybody who's watching just saw,
I thought you had like the window open or something.
Dog came in and knocked down my 7 Mile casino sign. This poor guy, he's got fleas, dude.
Oh,
has your dog had fleas, Alex?
No, my dog is on a lot of things right now that prevent that. She's got medicated shampoo and she takes flea medication monthly.
So this dog got fleas. My daughter's like all over me. Dad, we got to take him to the emergency room. There's something wrong with him. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him. He's fine, And she's like, no, there's something wrong. So we took him to the vet. He has fleas. I'm like, yeah, but don't like all dogs get fleas? And what does that mean? So they scratch their bodies a little bit? Big deal. Well, this guy, he's just like in pain, man. I mean, I don't know if the fleas are biting on him or if they're in his skin. So I put this pill in his dog bowl this morning when he was eating, but he didn't eat the pill. I thought like, oh, well, he's just going to see it in his food. He didn't eat the pill, so I don't know how to give him the pill. And
you wrap it in
Put it in a hot dog.
You wrap it in some like turkey or ham.
Boil it.
And then you like wrap it. You feed him regular, just pieces of turkey and ham. Sneak in the one with the pill. And just kind of keep going. Don't let him stop eating it.
All right. At a commercial break, I'm going to try and get this guy to eat this pill. Poor guy. He's like crying. He just came flying in here, knocked down my 7 Mile casino sign.
All dogs don't have fleas. You're trying to avoid that, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, maybe he needs like a flea collar or something.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. I mean, don't they have collars with like that?
You could take him to like a groomer or a vet and tell them that you have fleas and they could remove them.
How?
Like they pick them out.
Oh,
they brush them out.
Like lice.
Like lice, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pay some expensive monthly flea thing called NexGuard. Look it up.
Okay, I will. Yeah. I'll figure it out. Anyway, hey, listen, we were in the middle of this whole conversation. I really wanted to actually kind of expand it to Aaron Donald. I do want to get to the fact that the Rams are having a victory parade on Wednesday, and LeBron James wants to kind of take over the Rams parade. I'll get to that story coming up in a second. Before I do, though, hey, Alex, I'm curious, how was yesterday and your first ever visit to our friends over at iThrive MD?
Yeah.
Because we're going to start doing these intravenous lounge hangout sessions where a bunch of dudes get together, we all chill, the docs hit us with the intravenous vitamins, and while we're all getting it delivered, it could be 30 minutes, could be an hour, whatever, depending on how big of a bag you want to take. But we'll all hang out. We'll chat and have a good time. How was yesterday your first ever visit to iThrive?
Yeah, so something about me that maybe why would anybody know this? I've never had like blood drawn or an IV taken or anything like that. So that was my first experience getting an IV, and my veins do this thing that Dr. McVay was telling me that some patients do. He found my veins right away, poked it up, the little blood came out, and for whatever reason, my veins would like go in and they would like shut down. So it was tricky to find one that worked, but we got one on my hand right here. And once it went in there, dude, I was there for like 15 minutes. Got the IV, got the B12. I don't even know what else I took. I have a video I could play you. McVay explains what I went through.
Okay, let's see.
Here you go. All right, everybody. Here I thrive for the first time. Getting my first ever IV. Making life rough for my boy over here. Tell us what's going on, doctor.
Hey, man. So we got the 100 ml bag here. In it, we have a ton of electrolytes, selenium, zinc to help our immune system, metabolic function. all the B vitamins you can think of, B12, B3, 6, 9. That's to help detox, energy production, serotonin, all around just great regulators. And then we have a ton of amino acids in there that are just like the base nutrients to build up your body and give you all the support you need.
So yeah, dude, I legit had like a kind of like a rough night just because some stuff at the house, but I feel legit like I use the word invigorated in the pre-roll. I feel like really good right now. And I'm assuming it's because of that, because I didn't have a good night's sleep. I think I slept like 4 hours last night, and I feel like really good, almost wired. Really.
I love all the energy. Awesome.
Yeah,
man.
I feel like, I don't know if I'm talking a lot on this show. I just feel different.
All right.
Feel
I
good.
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up, I want to talk about the Rams victory parade. I want to talk about how LeBron is trying to take over the victory parade and what a terrible idea that is by LeBron. And I also want to get to listener reaction and Browner getting annihilated by a woman for his comments yesterday about Valentine's Day. We'll get to all of it coming up.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
.1090 just got bigger and better. Please join us in welcoming SoCal's newest ESPN affiliate, the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. NFL, MLB, NBA, live games, the best sports talk programming with the largest signal in all of California. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on Your View, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
We were the first. We carry the fire that began civilizations, and then we built them. We strengthened a nation, and then we fought for it. We are scientists, poets, and lawmakers. We are artists, leaders, and warriors. And as we gaze toward tomorrow, we leave an indelible mark on the past. Black History Month on Your View is proudly brought to you by Subaru of El Cajon, an extraordinary experience for everyone.
Prospect Home Finance, San Diego's mortgage leader, is celebrating 15 years of happy clients. HomeFinance.com is the go-to resource online or on your mobile device to discover your best home loan options.
Hi, I'm Jason Bondrak, CEO at Prospect Home Finance. I want to say thank you to all of our clients, both past and future. As part of our 15-year anniversary, we'll close your home loan in 15 business days.
Start your easy home finance process today at HomeFinance.com.
Here's Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
San Diego State women's basketball fell to UNLV 76-67 on Saturday. SDSU trailed for most of the game, but were able to keep things close and take the lead in the third before UNLV opened the game back up and took control for the remainder of the contest. Sophia Ramos had 18 points and 6 rebounds. It was Ramos's 100th career game, and she scored in double digits for the 81st time. Mallory Adams had 14 points and 8 rebounds, while Kim Villalobos had 8 points on 4 for 5 shooting. The Aztecs shot 44% from the field in the game, but in the fourth quarter shot only 29%. A highlight, SDSU scored a season-high 42 points in the paint. SDSU will next take on San Jose State on Wednesday. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
Today, we proudly held the ribbon cutting ceremony for our new office in La Jolla, California. Here we are in the Merrill Lynch building, right in the middle of the village, and really, really happy to be part of this neighborhood. This is really special to Prospect in that it almost signifies the fact that we've grown up officially. We have survived the past 15 years by being very agile. We come to this one amazing location from 3 separate offices. So it's fantastic having everyone under one roof. This is going to do wonders in terms of streamlining our operations, being able to communicate with someone down the hall as opposed to someone who's several blocks away is going to be terrific. Our CEO, Jason Vondrack, he's a very humble person, but I know this day really, really means a lot to him in that he has led this company for 15 years. And he started this business out of a studio apartment. And look where we are now. That's huge. I think this new space signifies just endless possibilities for prospects. I mean, we're headquartered in La Jolla, but we do business all around the country. So our goal is to be licensed to offer home financing in all 50 states, and we're well on our way.
Prospect Home Finance. Fast, friendly, affordable.
I would describe former Commissioner Weekly as a very thoughtful, engaged, and also a very inspiring leader.
He is one of those walking examples of sort of a full circle moment of community engagement, community support, and leadership.
I had very humble beginnings, and to see that my life had purpose, or it has purpose, that it's impacting someone else's life, wow, it's an extraordinary feeling.
He's definitely paved the path for many in not only District D and the historic West Side, but all across our region.
I hope that this inspires some young person who may have had a humble beginning like mine to know that you can make it. You can make it. Allow people out there to love on you and encourage you and pour into you.
Prospect Home Finance is a mortgage company. We specialize in residential refinances and home purchases. So Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. If you're going out looking for a pre-approval to buy a new home, meet with the realtor, we would help you facilitate that and walk you through the process from A to Z. We specialize in getting homeowners loans for their dream home, but we also do more than that. So today we came down to Ocean Beach, partnered up with Surfrider, and had some team members come down here from Prospect, all pitched together, and had quite a bit of trash to clean up.
It's really heartening to see people come out and really care for the waterways.
It was great getting out here, and we're going to do it again soon. We're always looking for ways to give back to the community of San Diego. So if you have any ideas or need any help or support in any way, visit us at homefinance.com.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hi, my name is Giovanni, and this is my mural. What intrigued me most about this project is that I realized there wasn't a lot of black street artists, and then there was not a lot of black art on walls. So that's what intrigues me the most, is that this is a project that's putting up multiple and plentiful of walls of black people on walls.
I'm Deborah, and this is my mural. When I was approached about this project as a portrait painter, I kind of like the idea of a challenge. I've done large-scale pieces that were called murals, but I had never done an outdoor mural, and I really love the subject matter. They didn't assign the subjects right off the bat. We had to kind of hear what they were going to do, and I was thrilled. I got to pick it, and this is the one that I was most happy with.
If you love animals, Animal Zone is for you. From rescues to animal experts, Animal Zone is fun for the whole family. Watch Animal Zone right here on YourView, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m. And visit animalzone.org to learn more about the show.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 a.m. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.